لو نبدأ من 2025 كيف تقيمون أداء صندوق إميريتس ريت بالأرقام وما الذي تغير فعلا خلال آخر سنتين على مستوى الإيرادات؟
2025 was an absolute record year. We saw the occupancy across the portfolio to go up to 96%, which is an excellent occupancy across the portfolio. Our net revenue went up by 20%. We realized a profit of close to 800 million dirhams. And our net asset value was up by 27%. So we're really pleased with the results of 2025.
نعم، على ماذا تعتمدون في صياغة استراتيجية الاستثمار داخل القطاع العقاري في الإمارات وما هي الركائز الأساسية التي تحكم قراراتكم؟
For us, managing a REIT, what is very, very important is the quality of the tenants, the quality of the lease contracts that we sign with them. What is equally important is to manage efficiently the debt, the financing of the assets that we have acquired, which we have done through the issuance of a new sukuk. And obviously, because we are a listed REIT on the Nasdaq stock exchange, the share price is very important for our shareholders as well. At the end of the day, our goal is to generate strong value to our shareholders.
نعم، كيف تقرؤون اليوم أداء السوق العقاري في الإمارات وما أبرز المؤشرات التي تراقبونها لتقييم هذا الأداء؟
I would say that 2025 was a record year for the real estate industry overall, whatever it is in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai and across all asset class. We've seen incredible momentum in the residential market, but I think we've seen even more a stronger commercial and office market. And the reason is because there was a very low vacancy rate and there was a very high demand. So the companies were looking for space. They couldn't find the space because it was not available. And it was not available because there were not enough buildings being built in the office sector. What is very important to keep a real estate market healthy is to always measure the amount of pipeline of new projects that are going to be delivered and not exceed the level of demand. And that balance was really well achieved in the office market as well as in the residential market. A lot of new supply, but the population growth would actually justify that supply. So there was great balance in 2025.
من هم المستثمرون الذي يدخلون السوق حاليا وهل تغيرت ممكن نوعية المستثمر خلال السنوات الأخيرة؟
Absolutely. Over the last few years, we've seen a lot of foreign capital entering the UAE. So a lot of the international investors would be really keen to invest in the UAE. And that has been driving the capital markets and the investment market in the UAE. Now, obviously, with what just happened and the geopolitical situation, most of the international investors are in a holding pattern, I would say, while actually the local and regional investors are even more keen to invest.
أين تكمن الفرص اليوم داخل السوق العقاري الإماراتي وأي القطاعات ترونها الأكثر جذباً للاستثمار؟
So a lot of people are talking about distressed opportunities. The reality is there's not really yet any distressed opportunities. What are the two changes, the two impacts in today's market? Tourism is down, that's one. And as I said before, international investors are in a holding pattern, right? So tourism is down, so obviously there is a little bit of a difficulty to face for the hospitality sector and the hotels. And the rest of the market, there's a little bit of stress in the residential market. I think the commercial market and the office market is staying very stable so far. So opportunities you will see across the different asset classes. but probably in the hospitality sector there will be opportunities coming up.
ماذا عن أسعار الفائدة؟ كيف تؤثر التغيرات في أسعار الفائدة على قراراتكم الاستثمارية وعلى أداء الصندوق؟
At Emirates REIT, we have issued a new sukuk. The new sukuk has a fixed coupon. So that means that if the interest rates go up, it doesn't affect us. So we are actually protected from interest rate raising now or in the future, and potentially that might happen. We might see interest rate going up in the short future, but we are fully protected from that. And that's one element that makes sukuk so attractive these days. You've seen a lot of developers and investors issuing new sukuk because of the stability in an uncertain market, as we have seen over the last few years globally. Sukuk are actually a great way to finance your real estate acquisitions.
ذكرتم التوترات الجيوسياسية والتغيرات الاقتصادية العالمية التي تحصل اليوم. هل لاحظتم أي تأثير على السوق أو على عوائد المستثمرين وسلوكهم؟
The first thing is, if you are in the UAE, if you've been in the UAE during the crisis, you noticed one thing, and I would call that one thing unity. You notice that people were coming together, that people who love this country didn't intend and didn't plan to go anywhere. They were here stronger together because they've also seen a lot of bounces back in the past. It's not the first crisis we're facing, and it has been, the response from the government has been excellent. So this gives a lot of confidence to investors in general, and that's why any investor who is local, who's invested before in the UAE, you ask them whether there's any change to their approach, and the answer will be no. And that's why you don't really see a lot of distressed opportunities, yes, in this market. Now, some new investors from abroad, as I said before, are a little bit in a holding pattern and waiting and seeing. But I would say that we haven't really sensed a lot of impact so far. It will take time. We will see some impact, but I am very positive and bullish about the future of this market.
نعم، كيف تنظرون إلى مستقبل صناديق الاستثمار العقاري في المنطقة؟ وهل هناك أي خطط لتوسع خارج سوق الإمارات؟
We are looking at a few opportunities of setting up new REITs in different countries in this region, but also outside of the region. Like the Middle East, investors in the Middle East, they like dividends. And REITs actually, they legally have to distribute a minimum percentage of their profit in dividends. In the UAE, it's 80%. So that means that REIT as an investment vehicle is a very attractive proposition in this part of the world because investors do like dividends here. So we start seeing more and more REITs. And remember, one thing is a public REIT might have an exemption of the corporate tax. So you actually save 9%, which is the case of Emirates REIT, which makes it even more attractive.
نعم، وهل لديكم خطط لإطلاق منتجات استثمارية جديدة؟ وما حجم النمو المستهدف اليوم؟
We are absolutely looking into more investment opportunities and projects in the real estate sectors. We're looking into how to actually create more liquidity in the real estate markets. Liquidity is sometimes an issue across the markets, and we are working very hard. You will hear from us in the next few months on a solution to increase this liquidity with an absolutely exceptional product that we will present to the market in the next few months. So more to come there. But yes, we have a lot of different plans in the UAE and outside the UAE as well.
أخيراً، ما رسالتكم للمستثمرين اليوم؟
My message is very simple. We have a country that has proved over and over again that they were excellent at facing any uncertainty whatever it was COVID, whatever it was the great financial crisis or the recent event, the response have been absolutely incredible. We also have a country that has a unique infrastructure and that has a guaranteed weather. So whatever it's in tourism, if it's in business, I am sure that we will bounce back very quickly and will continue to be extremely attractive to investors across the world.
ثيري ديفلو الرئيس التنفيذي لشركة إكويتيفا، شكرا جزيلا لوقتك.